Welcome back to 20 Side Adventures. My name is Ryan. This video is a little different. We're going to be reviewing a video game, but it has to do with Pathfinder, so I think it works out. I used to be quite a prolific gamer back in my younger days, but I find now with running a Substack, doing this channel, my personal business, as well as everything else with life, gaming has fallen by the wayside. So while I was aware of Dawnsbury Days, I never picked it up. I thought it was cool Pathfinder had a game, and I just didn't think too much more of it. The developer, however, of Dawnsbury reached out to a variety of Pathfinder creators about their upcoming DLC, gave us an early copy of it to experience, and so I purchased the main game, was given the early access to the DLC to try it out, and I have to say, it was a great time. This is a fun game, especially if you're wanting to understand Pathfinder, or you just want to try out different classes or combinations and maybe theory craft something and run them through some of the early levels. Dawnsbury follows the Pathfinder 2nd Edition rule set extremely well, and there is mods out there that augment what the main developer has done with things like free archetype, additional archetypes, other skills, ancestral paragon. So this video, I'm going to be playing over some stock footage of the game if you're not familiar with it, give you my thoughts and impressions of it, as well as some things that have changed in the DLC that if you haven't checked it out, you absolutely should. If you like what we're doing here on the channel, as always, please like and subscribe down below, very much appreciate it. And the easiest way to support the channel, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of Dawnsbury Days. All right, with no further ado, let's check out Dawnsbury Days and the new DLC, Good Little Children Never Grow Up. What exactly is Dawnsbury Days? It's a 2D, turn-based tactical RPG built on a slightly modified Pathfinder 2e rule set made by Dawnsbury Studios. It's got 3 action economy, familiar ancestries and classes, and a choice-driven character building that you know from Pathfinder 2nd Edition. For new players, the simple interface makes the sometimes daunting task of creating a Pathfinder character much easier to manage. You can pick from familiar ancestries, human, elf, goblin, leshy, many more, and then dozens of classes, fighter, alchemist, monk, even the kineticist. You've got access to most feats, spells, and that deep Pathfinder 2nd Edition progression that makes every level up feel meaningful. Also, through the modding community, you pretty much have access to every ancestry, every primary class, and most archetypes as well. The premise for the game is simple but endearing. You're a group of childhood friends from the little town of Dawnsbury, tasked with its defense while others are off fighting a horde of demons. The tone of the game is lighthearted and whimsical despite the invading hordes of demons. There's an atmosphere of actually being around a table running through a campaign, as commentary often breaks the fourth wall and mechanics are talked about as part of the world. While it was a bit jarring from an immersion standpoint of trying to enjoy the story, for me personally, the rules, Easter eggs, and comments were, however, very funny for veteran Pathfinder players. The game itself, through the main game and its first DLC, plays as a Pathfinder 2nd Edition encounter simulator. What I mean by this is you don't have a lot of choices in the game itself, you're just fighting along and then getting to observe the cutscenes. It feels like a genuine tabletop fight, but with all the math handled for you, and the difficulty settings are pretty real. I played through on hard and found a few of the battles quite challenging. Some of them, like there was one especially, I got super stuck on, but we eventually got it. For anyone wanting to see under the hood of Pathfinder's combat system, you get to see clear to hit chances and likelihood of success for all of your actions. So you can actually feel what a -5 multiple attack penalty looks like statistically, where a lot of times at the table you're just like, it's a couple minuses, it's not a big deal. Here you can really see what the impacts of those choices are with the percentage chance to hit. The game itself is not without its rough edges. The art and the UI are simple, serviceable. It's not Baldur's Gate 3, it's an indie developer's passion project. The voice acting is good and the music is enjoyable. The base game caps at level 4, its first expansion at level 8, and the newest DLC, Good Little Children Never Grow Up, bumps the adventure to level 9 and takes us into the haunted orphanage filled with ghosts, shadows, and secrets best left buried. The name might sound whimsical, but don't be fooled, this one leans dark. You will be unraveling the mystery of missing children, exploring a multi-layered map, dealing with the horrors like shadow demons, and interacting with Pathfinder's haunt system. This expansion adds non-linear exploration across several maps and puts a much heavier emphasis on skill use, so the skills like diplomacy, religion, occultism, thievery, things that you put points into maybe through the first 8 levels of this game that didn't seem to matter because you didn't really do much outside of combat, well, now they are going to matter. You're going to need to pick locks, disarm traps, decipher writing, uncover clues, find hidden passages, and a lot more. The DLC has branching paths, multiple endings, and more room for roleplay choices, which is exactly what the base game needed to feel like a real Pathfinder game at the table. If you've already played the base game, this DLC looks like a huge step up in what is possible for experiencing Pathfinder in a digital solo format at your home computer. More levels, more exploration, and more tactical depth. Another great feature the base game itself offers is the ability to build out single combat encounters. If you're curious how a build works, this is a great tool to test out your party composition and your feat choices and things of that nature. If you've never played Pathfinder, this is a great way to learn the system, and it may be a worthwhile gift this coming holiday season for that reluctant 5e player in your life that just doesn't want to try Pathfinder because it's too hard. My verdict overall, the base Dawnsbury Days is a solid Pathfinder game for any fan. You'll love it, and anyone who likes tactical RPGs. It's rule accurate and lets you experiment and build out strategies and party combo. With the new expansion, Good Little Children Never Grow Up, I generally think this game is awesome. The adventuring and the searching and the finding and the puzzles and the clues and feeling like a real Pathfinder game in all aspects rather than just the combat. That's my take on Dawnsbury Days and its most recent update. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's the easiest way to support the channel. If you haven't already, please give a like and subscribe down below. It is greatly appreciated as we climb to 1K subscribers before year's end. As always, have a fantastic time on your 20-sided adventures. We'll catch you next time.